guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Fayy Lenee back with another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing a review for you guys. I'm going to be reviewing the new Too Faced Pretty Rich collection. This collection is scheduled to launch over the course of the next week or so. So I definitely wanted to jump on here and share with you guys my thoughts and opinions on the products that are going to be in the collection so that you guys can decide, or hopefully this will help you decide, what items, if not all items, you want to purchase from the collection. So in today's video, you will be seeing me demo and review the Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette, as well as the 3 diamond light highlighters that came in the collection. There will also be a limited edition Better Than Sex mascara, and then there are also 6 new sparkling high shine lip glosses. So this is definitely a collection that is all about the glitz, all about the glam, all about the diamonds and the sparkle and the stunting and the slaying. So I am very excited to share with you guys how I created this look using the products in this collection, and also my thoughts on how everything performed and whether or not I think they are worth your coins. So before we get started, if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on today's review. Definitely make sure that you subscribe by clicking on the button down below and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you are not new, you already know what it is. So thank you so much for coming back for another video on my channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. So first up, you guys know I'm starting off with the eyes, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Pretty Rich eyeshadow palette. This palette comes with 16 different shades that include mattes, shimmers, and glitters. The packaging is stunning, which I don't expect anything less from Too Faced. So I'm starting off with my eyes already primed, and the very first shade that I'm going in with is the shade It's Cashmere. This is a warm brown shade, and I figured it would be perfect for the crease. So I'm just using a fluffy blending brush and buffing this back and forth in the crease and blending it up to the brow bone. Next up, using the same brush, I'm taking the shade Fancy That. This shade is another brown, but it's a much more cool tone brown, so I figured this one would be good to start to create a little bit of definition in the crease area. So I'm just packing this on the outer V and blending it into the crease right below the shade we just applied. And then this is just a clean blending brush. I'm just using that to blend out the edges so that everything looks nice and seamless. Next up, I'm going in with the shade Oh That's Rich, and I'm picking this up on a small little blending brush, and as you can see, I am pressing the shade onto my eyelid and then blending it out. So I'm basically packing the shade on the outer V and then blending it into the crease, and then here I'm going back in with that same fluffy blending brush, no additional product, and just blending everything together. So next up, I'm using the Too Faced Sculpting Concealer, and I'm going to use that to cut my crease. I like to just apply it to my eyelid and then look up. As you can see, it just creates a little bit of a line in my crease, and that gives me a guideline so I know how high up to bring my concealer. So I'm just using a small concealer brush, and even though this clip is sped up, I am very much taking my time with this step and cutting my crease and blending it over into that outer V shade. So once I have that applied, I'm going in with the shade Highly Selective. This is one of the shimmers in the palette. I did apply some Fix Plus to this shade because I didn't want to have a ton of fallout, and I also wanted to make sure that the shade applied nice and smooth and pigmented. So I'm literally just applying this right on top of where I applied that concealer, bringing it right up to the crease area and blending it right over into that outer V shade. And then here I'm going in with a little bit of glitter glue before I go in with the glitter. And please excuse my nails, I know they look hideous. I got them done the very next day after I filmed this video. But here I'm going in with Diamonds for Breakfast. It's one of the glitters in the palette. And I decided to use my finger just so that I could really pack the glitter onto my eyelid. So I'm just pressing that right on top of my lid, on top of that glitter glue, and then using the brush to bring it right up to the crease. Following that, I'm going back in with the Oh That's Rich shade. This is basically like a kind of plummy chocolate brown. And again, as you can see, I'm pressing the shadow onto the areas where I want it and then gently blending it out. I find that this method works best to really get the most pigment out of the shadow. And then here I'm going back in with the original blending brush, no additional product, and just blending everything out. So next up, I went ahead and applied my liner, lashes, and base off camera, and then here I'm going back in with that dark chocolate brown shade and using it to buff and blend out the black eyeliner that I applied in my waterline. And then following that, to finish off the look, I'm going to apply a little highlight to my inner corner. I'm mixing the shades Clutch Your Pearls and Don't Care at All. And I'm just popping that right on my inner corner and finishing off my lashes with a little coat of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay guys, so this is the finished eye look with the palette. This is what it's looking like so far. Or I guess this is what it's looking like because it's done. I really like the way that it came out. So pretty. I wasn't expecting it to be as pink as it ended up turning out, but I'm not mad at it. This is definitely something different for me. I love the glitter. I love the pink. The whole situation is just everything to me right now, so I'm loving it. They did also come out with a new mascara. This is the Better Than Sex and Diamonds mascara, and it's basically just a limited edition version of their Better Than Sex mascara, and it just has little diamonds all over the tube. I did not use this one because I just think this is gorgeous and I didn't want to open it. So as you guys saw, I just used the original one, which I did already have open. But I did want to go ahead and jump on here and talk with you guys about the highlighters. So as you can see, the rest of my face is already done. I got my contour, I got my blush, foundation, concealer, all of that popping. So they did also launch 3 new highlighters. These are multi-use Diamond Fire highlighters, and they have 3 shades. So the packaging looks like this, a nice cute little box, and then when you open it up, you have the actual highlighter on the inside, which I think is super cute. So like I said, there are 3 shades. The first shade is Diamond Fire, which looks like this. The next shade is Fancy Pink Diamond, which looks like this. And then last but not least, we have Canary Diamond, which looks like this. And this one, honestly, is the one that excites me the most. This one is just gorgeous. So here are swatches of all 3 of the shades. And I don't know that I would use Canary Diamond as a highlighter all over my, like on my cheekbones, but it is gorgeous for the inner corner. It actually kind of reminds me a lot of the highlight that I have on my inner corner right now, and it would probably also be really stunning on the eyelid. Like, those reflex are popping. So I think for this look, I'm gonna go in with Fancy Pink Diamond, which looks like this. I'm a little nervous, honestly, about using this because I feel like it might not be good for my skin tone, but we're gonna see. Okay, it's not terrible. It's basically kind of like a rose gold highlight, but almost kind of like it's giving me unicorn vibes, but not like intense unicorn vibes. It's like low-key unicorn vibes, but still unicorn vibes. I think it's really pretty. And it definitely matches this whole pink vibe situation that we have going on the face. So it complements that very well. Okay, she cute. She cute. I think I want to go in with just a little bit of the Canary Diamond. I don't know, I'm just so tempted by this. I think it's beautiful. I'm not gonna go too crazy because this one makes me nervous, but maybe just like right on the tops of the cheekbones. That's really pretty. Now this one is definitely giving me unicorn vibes for sure. This is definitely not your everyday highlighter, but it's pretty. Like I said, I think this one would be more of like an all over the lid shade or an inner corner highlight if you want something kind of like different and iridescent and just like pigmented and like a pop in your inner corner. This would be really good for that. Y'all let me know what you think. It's different for me because I don't typically wear highlighters like this, but I'm not mad at it. It's cute. Okay, so last but not least, to finish up this look, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. And they did come out with a couple of High Shine Sparkling Lip Glosses, and the packaging looks like this. And this one right here was actually done in collaboration with Jordyn Woods, and if you're not familiar with Jordyn Woods, she is Kylie Jenner's best friend. So she actually collaborated and created a shade that is part of this line. But this is what all of the shades look like. Ignore my nails. I'm going to get them done tomorrow. So just ignore. I know they look a hot mess, but this is what all of the shades look like. And I will also insert some swatches of all of the colors so that you guys can see what they look like swatched. But these are definitely beautiful shades. Now for me personally, these are not shades that I would wear on their own. I would wear them more like lip toppers on top of other lip colors. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm actually going to apply a lip color, and then I'm going to go in with one of those on top as a lip topper. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my lip color first. I'm going to be using Cork Lip Pencil. And I'm also going to be using this liquid lipstick. This is by IGXO Cosmetics. It's a matte liquid lipstick that was done in collaboration with NatureB. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Super cute packaging, and I actually really love this color. It's like a perfect mauve nude, which if you watch NatureB, then you already know that is like her thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the lips, and then we'll go in with one of the lip glosses to top it off. Okay, so this is what the lip color looks like just on its own with Cork lip liner underneath. And to go on top, what do I want to do? I think I want to go in with this shade. I feel like it's kind of similar. I don't want to go like too crazy with the glitter because we already have a lot happening on the eyes. And honestly, if I was not reviewing these lip glosses, I would probably leave this look as it is. I think it looks beautiful the way that it is without anything extra. But I do want to try out one of these glosses just so that you guys can see how they apply. So this one is in the shade Raisin the Roof. That's cute. Okay, so once you apply it to the lips, you actually can't really see the glitter that much. And that may just be because I do have another color on underneath. But I was expecting this to be like super, super glittery, and it actually is more just like a gloss. You can't really see the glitter. Okay, I like these. I was over here like ready to already have my opinion about them, but they are not what I expected them to be. They're basically just a super high shine gloss. There is a little bit of glitter in them, obviously, but it doesn't show up on your lips as glitter, and it doesn't feel like super gritty like you have little grains of glitter in the gloss. I think the glitter more than anything just helps the lip gloss to look more shiny and more like your lips to look more juicy, if that makes sense. But the actual shimmer in the gloss doesn't really show up that much on your lips. So I may actually end up getting a good bit of use out of these because my lips are looking kind of plump and juicy right now, and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and comb down my hair and take off this little wrap situation, and then I will be back to give you guys my final thoughts on the full collection. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into my final thoughts about this collection. There are a lot of products, and I definitely want to let you guys know what I think about each of the items in case you're interested about purchasing anything. So let's go ahead and start out with the Pretty Rich Diamond Light eyeshadow palette. First of all, the packaging across this entire collection is stunning. That's not anything new. I don't expect anything less from Too Faced. They always kill it on the packaging. And this is no exception. The packaging on all of these products is super, super cute. I love the way that this palette looks. I love the color story of it. I love the way that the shadows are laid out. I, of course, love that there are lots of warm shadows in this eyeshadow palette, but you do have a couple of pops of different colors down here on the bottom. I also really like that they have some glitters, some pressed glitters in here. Those are these ones that kind of have a different shape. And I was pleasantly surprised by the glitter. Typically, whenever I think of glitter, I just kind of expect it to get everywhere and to not apply neatly or nicely. I don't really work too much with glitter, but these in this palette were very easy to work with. They apply and they stick wherever you apply them. I did go in with a little bit of glitter glue just to be on the safe side because I wasn't sure what to expect. But honestly, these glitters are really, really nice. They apply really nicely and they don't get all over the palette either when you're dipping in and getting product out. The mattes in this palette, as far as the ones that I used, definitely applied really, really nicely. They blended beautifully by themselves as well as into each other. I didn't have any issues applying or packing on the mattes or blending them into each other. They blended out beautifully. And then the one shimmer shade that I used on my lid under the glitter also applied really nicely as well. Now I did use that one with Fix Plus, which I would highly recommend with the shimmers that you use them with Fix Plus. They just apply a lot more smoothly and glide on the eye a lot more easily, especially if you are someone that uses an eyeshadow base. Then I would highly recommend using Fix Plus for the shimmer shades because they just, in my opinion, glide on the eye a lot more easily that way. So for the eyeshadow palette, I definitely give this one a thumbs up. I think it's definitely worth it. If you are into the shades that are in this palette or even into just having a couple of glitters in your collection that are nice and neatly packed inside of a palette, I would highly recommend this one. I think it's definitely worth your coins. Next up, I did mention the highlighter brush. If you want to purchase the brush just because it's really beautiful and you want to have it in your collection, then I would say go for it. But outside of that, I don't think that this is like an essential brush that you need in your collection. Just because the size of it is kind of unique for like what you would need a brush for on a regular basis. They created this to be used for their highlighters, but I just personally wouldn't highlight with a brush like this. That's just my opinion. If you like highlighting with domed brushes, then you may really like this one. But regardless, I do think the packaging of this is stunning. Next up, I have the highlighters. And for the highlighters, again, I think the packaging is stunning. I love that they come in this box almost like a present. And then you open them up and then you have the highlighter on the inside. I think this whole packaging situation, like I already said, I think it's gorgeous. And then on the inside it says it's your time to shine, which is a nice little touch. Now as far as the shades of the highlighters, I would say if you are purchasing these highlighters to be like your go-to everyday shades, unless you are someone that is into that kind of iridescent, almost unicorn type highlighter shade, these may not be the highlighters for you. I do think that the shades are really beautiful, but they are not shades, with the exception of the one that I applied on my cheek today before I went over it with, what is this shade? With Canary Diamond, the like pinky shade one, this one, in the shade Fancy Pink Diamond. This one, out of all three of them, if you're going to pick up one that you want to wear and have on like an everyday basis, I would recommend this shade. The other shades are absolutely beautiful, but me in particular, for my complexion and just for my skin tone, they would not be highlighters that I would reach for on an everyday basis. But definitely highlighters that I would reach for if the look called for them. So it kind of just depends on what you're picking them up for. If you want to just add some beautiful things to your collection, I would say they're definitely worth it. But if you're looking for something that's functional on an everyday basis, going to work and being out and about, I would say that these are not the highlighters for you. And then last but not least, the glosses. Now I have to say, honestly, I'm very surprised by these lip glosses. I was pretty much already ready to just assume that these were going to be lip toppers that I probably would not reach for very often. But once I actually applied them to my lips, I realized that the glitter that you see in these glosses does not come off as much on the lips as you would think that they do based on how vibrant and just intense these colors look in the tube. which I was pleasantly surprised by because, like I said, I was already kind of expecting or already had in my head that these were going to be super glittery and they were going to be like super metallic, and I probably wasn't really going to like them or really reach for them that much. If you are someone that loves a really glossy, juicy looking lip, a wet looking gloss, I would recommend these because I do think that the shimmer and glitter in them helps to give off that more glossy, shiny, wet looking lip, and they feel really nice on the lips. They're not gritty or anything like that. You literally don't really feel the glitter on your lips at all. And if not for anything else, I would say definitely pick up the shade Social Butterfly, which is the one in collaboration with Jordyn Woods, and just support another woman out here doing a collaboration with a major brand and paving the way for the rest of us coming up to possibly do collaborations in the future as well. And yeah, that is going to bring us to the end of this review. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. I have a feeling that it might be a little bit of a long one, but there were quite a bit of products to get through, and I wanted to give you guys a thorough review because if you're going to be spending your money on these products, I want you to know if they are worth it or not. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. You are the real MVP, so thank you so much. And that's all that I have for you. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon in my next one.